Hello, my name is Evelyn. Welcome to my channel and my first ever YouTube video. It feels so surreal saying that. I don't know. I've never thought I would. I mean, I wanted to, but yeah, I guess I'm doing it now. So, you can especially see from how I just started the drawing off just having some of the sky already colored. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to record my process and share it. I thought that would be cool, so I am doing that. And first thing that I want to say is that I'm going to be rambly and talkative in this voiceover because I just like to listen to art videos in the background when I'm drawing, and I prefer having voiceovers instead of music because it just feels like having an art buddy, and I think that's really cool. So I guess I will be your art buddy for today. So if you're working on anything like a piece, any sketching or painting, whatever you're doing, you're free to do that while watching this video, and I hope I can be a good time or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little nervous and maybe even awkward, so I'm a noob. Bear with me, please. I'll be talking over my process and my thoughts throughout this. So yeah, was done in April. That's a long time ago. And I have an explanation for that. So April was like a busy month for me, especially for classes and stuff. I have an AP class and I was doing a lot of studying for that, so it took over like a ginormous amount of my time, which, I'm not complaining because I gotta do what I gotta do to pass my AP exam, which was in May. So I did the sketch in April. I started it and I was like finishing some parts here and there. I'm also a very slow artist, very slow. Like I will take about a week to finish just a small sketch, even sometimes. Like it's just, I'll probably talk about that later if I make it like a future video, but yeah, I'm very slow. And in May, after I took my AP exam, I was completely exhausted. I was like barely spending any time just like thinking about having to do a piece. I was like, let me just sketch in my junk sketchbook. Like, let me just be chill. I'm tired. And in June, I started working on it again for finishing and finalizing the sketch. And I did the line art. It was like towards the end of the school year, so maybe like around June 18th. And yeah, so I did the line art. I'm also very slow about my line art, so it probably took me like 4 days to do. Yeah. But like it didn't take me like all day. Maybe like I spent like a couple hours, maybe like 2. I don't know. My mileage for being an art, like doing art, is very slow, and I want to work on that. It's actually a very like a goal that I want to work on, especially since I'm doing AP art next year. Like, oh my god, I don't even think about it. But anyways, so did the sketch, did the liner. Oh, and then I laid down Copics, like alcohol markers. So I did Copics, I used Ohuhus, and a combination of some other markers, but this mostly just Copics and Ohuhus, which I really liked, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, after that I was going over in coloring pencils. So yeah, I think coloring pencil is like really good to finalize pieces and just like brighten stuff up, and like in those dark places where you want some color but like cool colors. So when I like color stuff, instead of like a green, just like laying down a green, I put like a bunch of colors in there that like will make up green. So I'll use like blues. Like I'll usually start off, you can see that I started off with a base of yellow for the trees, and so I just did yellow and like as an undertone. So I did yellows, I did greens, and then I did blues and some purples to make it like really dark. And then I did the same thing with pencils, but like a little bit more intense, because with alcohol markers, like when you put a color down and you put like too many colors down, it starts to dull the color, and like the first layer that you put down starts to like disappear. So if you put into coloring pencils into that, it'll definitely like, it's like a problem fixer. I love coloring pencils. They're so nice to do finishing touches, and just like really darken that up. So that was that. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but the characters, those two characters that they're on, yeah, that's on a different piece of paper. It's actually on cardstock, and the sketch that was there before was really bad, and I was very unhappy with it. It was like, this is trash. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know, like I'm already so far into these. I already did the liner for everything else. I don't know why I did the liner for them last, but it's fine. It's because I actually tried to do their faces, and yeah, it did not work out. Like the nibs, the micron nibs that I was using was like it was even too big. Like I was using 005 and I think the smallest one is 003, but the 005 micron pen was just not doing it any justice. I mean, they looked like chipmunks. Like it was just so bad. It, like, I don't know. So I was like, let me just do it faceless. I should have done it faceless in the beginning, but I didn't, because I was like, I can do it. I feel like I can be steady with liner. I don't know. Maybe I don't, but I was comfortable with the idea that I could, and I didn't. Clearly. So I just stuck the piece of paper on that and defeated. I was like, I am a failure. I've never had to stick a piece of paper like on top of my illustrations before. I've only done that with like sketches, you know? And yeah, I was like, this is supposed to be a finished piece. But you know what? It's okay. If you need to stick a piece of paper to fix it, then stick a piece of paper, because I'd rather have that than what I had before. And even when I was like sketching it and doing the liner, I was already tearing and destroying the paper. It was already pilling up. So I would not have gotten any decent colors with that, even if I had put alcohol markers and coloring pencils. So it all worked out in the end. So yes. The next thing I want to get into is why I made this piece, or what this piece is about. So basically, it's a summertime illustration, because in the summer, like, there's like a lot of fireworks, right? At least in my neighborhood, there's like a bunch, right? So I was like, you know what, I want to do that, because I wanted to make a summertime illustration. And as embarrassing as this is the first piece that I started in 2021 and finished in 2021. So, because the other one, for the previous one, you can see like right next to it, I had started that in September 2020 and I finished it in April 2021. And I'm gonna blame school, but I'm also like gonna blame my slowness and the demotivation that came with it. So yeah, that's kind of long. Like, I don't know. I was going to say sad, but it's not sad, because that's just somehow how some artist processes are, and it might even take people more, you know? So I could have worked on another piece before that, but I was like too stubborn to do it. But I'll definitely do it next time. I'm considering working on like 2 pieces at once. But yeah, it's a summertime illustration. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm very rambly, as you can see. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. I started laying down the sky first because I wanted it to be in the nighttime, right? So I thought that laying down the sky first would help create and set the tone for the environment because of like lighting and that kind of stuff, and like the tones or cool tones and warm tones, you know, because like the fireworks, they're like pretty bright, so they're gonna like kind of reflect onto the environment in the piece. Maybe not realistically, but that's what I just went with, and I use references for fireworks and the roof. And yeah, the characters I will also get into is the girl. Her name is Raven. She is my OC, and Chase, the guy next to her, is also my OC. His name is Chase. Yeah, there are my beloved characters. I draw them 24/7. That's all I will draw. I mean, I will try to draw, you know, fan art and other people's OCs. I don't know why I'm very attached. I've been drawing them for like forever, and that's the only 2 people that I will draw. Like I don't like I'm willing to draw more. I just can't. They're my comfort characters, you know. So I just like them a lot. I've had them for a very long time. I probably had them since like her. I probably had since like the 4th to 5th grade. But I'm not gonna get into that. I can talk about them in a future video. So yeah, like I can talk about them. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with Oliver's Antics, but I love him so much. I love his OC series, and maybe I can do that even though I have 2 OCs, but that can get me motivated to make more OCs, which is another goal of mine. I kind of want to diversify. I think I can draw other people, but I don't know. It's, yeah. Oh my god, so we're at the end of the video. I'm taking the tape off, did the highlights. That was my final stage. Yeah, I can't believe I talked for this long, but here's the drawing. Thank you so much for watching. My Instagram is @smallartisticelf, and have a good day or night, and bye.